Let me ask you a brutally honest question. How many times have you seen a mature woman completely melt in the arms of a guy who isn't even that good looking, or that rich, but who simply touches her in a way no other man can, while you, doing everything by the book, stay stuck in the eternal friend zone? The truth that nobody has the guts to tell you is this. You might be wasting your time with endless conversations when you should be mastering the only language that actually makes a mature woman lose her emotional control. Strategic touch. I'm Sally, and today I'm going to reveal exactly what separates the men she forgets in 2 days from the ones she can't get out of her head even if she wanted to. These are 7 specific touches that wake up something primitive, visceral, and completely irrational inside her. And that last one, the one almost no man masters, is capable of making her addicted to you in a way she'll find almost disturbing herself. Look, mature women have been around the block. They've heard every pickup line, they've received every cliché compliment, and they've seen every cheap seduction trick in the book. They've developed a supersonic radar for detecting male insecurity and a lack of presence. What breaks down their defenses? A man who understands that true power lies in silence charged with intention, in a touch that makes her heart race without asking for permission. Neuroscience has already proven it. When you touch a woman the right way, you literally hijack her limbic system. You trigger oxytocin, dopamine, and a cascade of hormones that create emotional dependency. But listen, it has to be done right. Otherwise, you'll just come off as desperate or invasive. Hold on to that because what's coming next is going to give you an almost unfair advantage. The first touch. The magnetic face touch. Her face is sacred territory. Most men never dare to invade that space because they're afraid. And that's exactly why when you do it with absolute confidence, she feels something that completely disarms her. Picture the scene. You're talking, the tension is in the air, and you simply pause, look her in the eyes, and slide your hand along the side of her face. Slowly. No rush. As if you're memorizing every inch of that skin. Her brain goes into meltdown because you're combining dominance with delicacy. You're showing her that you can control her without overwhelming her. And that, my friend, is the holy grail of attraction for a mature woman. She might even try to rationalize it later. Why did that one touch affect me so much? But the truth is, she won't be able to explain it. She'll just want to feel it again. The second touch. The possessive hand on the lower back. The lower back is a forgotten erogenous zone. When you place your hand there, firm but not aggressive, to guide her through a door or through a crowded party, you trigger all her primitive instincts. Her subconscious translates it as, this man leads me, protects me, wants me. All of that in just 2 seconds of contact. And here's the detail that makes all the difference. You don't ask for permission. You don't hesitate. You simply assume it's natural for you to guide her, because you're a man who knows what he wants and where he's going. Mature women are tired of insecure men who ask for approval for every single move. They want someone who can pull them out of the constant mental control they live in. And this touch does exactly that. The third touch. The electric tension of the fingers. Before you even hold her hand, you build anticipation. You let your fingers brush against hers like it's an accident. Once, twice, 3 times. Every brief touch is an unfulfilled promise. Every brush is a question without an answer. And that leaves her completely obsessed. Is he going to hold my hand or not? Does he feel this too? Am I imagining things? This calculated uncertainty is pure chemistry. You're playing with her mind without saying a single word. And when you finally interlace your fingers with hers, she's already completely surrendered because you built her desire gradually. Desperate men go straight for it. Magnetic men make her silently beg for more. The fourth touch. Seduction through the hair. When you run your fingers through her hair slowly, you're not just touching. You're activating deep emotional memories of care, intimacy, and surrender. She relaxes in a way that only happens when her emotional defenses completely collapse. And in that state, She becomes vulnerable to you in a way she didn't even see coming. Use this when she's leaning on you, when the vibe is intimate, when you want her to associate your presence with that one place where she doesn't have to pretend to be strong. The fifth touch, the emotional anchor on the shoulder. When she's feeling down, stressed, or vulnerable, you place your hand on her shoulder firmly and look her straight in the eyes. Don't look away. And you say something like, "I'm not going to let you go through this alone." That moment creates a permanent emotional anchor. From then on, whenever she feels fragile, her brain will seek you out as her source of safety. Mature women have had many men in their lives, but very few who truly supported them emotionally when they were falling apart. Be that man, and you become irreplaceable. The sixth touch, the provocative arm touch. Not everything has to be deep. Sometimes you need to keep the flame alive with light, fun, almost annoying touches because they're so provocative. A playful nudge during a joke. A quick squeeze when you playfully disagree with her. This keeps the sexual polarity alive, because attraction isn't just romance. It's also this constant dance between coming closer and pulling away, between tenderness and tension. The seventh touch, the hug that dissolves barriers. And here is the final touch, the hug that isn't polite or social. It's the hug where you envelop her completely, press her against your chest, and hold her long enough for her to feel your breath, your scent, your warmth. 7 to 10 seconds at least. Enough time for her to turn off her mind and just feel. This hug creates a complete emotional reset. She walks away from it different. Marked. Addicted to that feeling of being completely wrapped up in you. And listen, if you want to master not just the touch, but the entire dark psychology of female attraction, I reveal every trigger, every vulnerability, and every secret that mature women never admit in my complete guide, Secrets of Attraction. There you'll learn how to become the kind of man she can't forget, even if she tried. Now, if you feel like someone is finally telling you the raw truth, without the politically correct fluff, smash that like button down below. Because the reality is this: mature women don't fall in love with pretty words. They fall in love with how you make them feel when nobody is looking, by how you own the space, by how you touch her with absolute intention. Subscribe to the canal right now, because in the next lesson, I'm going to expose the 3 behaviors that make a mature woman lose all respect and attraction for you. Behaviors that 95% of men show without realizing they're self-sabotaging. You just received information that most men will die without ever knowing. Use it wisely, use it with respect, and get ready for results that are going to surprise you. Catch you in the next one.